Hello everybody, my name is Sam K and I'd like to welcome you guys back to Tuesdays with K. Now today I'm reviewing this guy. This is the BOYA by-XM6-S2. A wireless microphone lavalier system that will run you about $250. If you aren't interested in it, I will leave a link down in the description box below. But for this review, I have this connected to a Movo USB sound card running at 24-bit, 48 kilohertz as always. For the sake of clarity, BOYA did send me this microphone for my review and has offered to sponsor this video. However, it will not affect my opinions or thoughts on the microphone or affect the review in any way. So you're going to get the receiver. This will plug into your camera, your phone, your PC, whatever you are wanting to run it through so that you can get your audio. You're going to get two transmitters that are going to be attached to your subject or yourself. You're also going to get two wireless lavalier microphones. You get two lavalier microphone clips. You get two lavalier foam windscreens. You get two fuzzy dead cat windscreens that will go onto the transmitters themselves. You also get a male TRS to male TRS audio jack, as well as a male TRS to male TRS audio jack. And you get four USB-C to USB Type-A cables. You get some documentation, a warranty card, a qualified certificate, little plaque, and two stickers. And lastly, you get a bag to carry all your goodies in. All right, let's go ahead and talk about some of the specs. These do have an omnidirectional polar pattern. The frequency response is 35 Hz to 18 kilohertz. It does not list the self noise due to the fact that it does not have the same internal componentry. I'm not sure if the transmitters microphones do, but there is not one listed, but the signal to noise ratio is about 85 decibels. Alright, so since this is a lavalier microphone, it won't go through my normal gamut of tests, of course. However, I do want to state that I do prefer the transmitter sitting on your lapel so that you can get, audio out of it. And I'll, of course, talk about the transmitter itself and its microphone versus the lavalier microphone that you get in the kit. As far as the physical description over the microphone, the transmitter and the receiver, all of them have this really nice LED screen that allows you to see exactly what your microphone is set at. I actually really like this over something like a wireless pack where you usually can only see what the microphone is set at on the receiver. And this is how the lavalier sounds versus the transmitter's microphone itself. And let me know, guys, do you think that it sounds better or worse? I think it sounds a little bit worse. I think that the transmitter's microphone sounds better. It sounds more natural to me, but, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So let's go ahead and do a polar pattern test on both of these microphones. It does say that they are omnidirectional, which is about standard for a lavalier microphone. So I'm just going to go ahead and unclip this and talk into it. All right, I'm now talking to the BOYA's transmitter microphone. See what kind of pickup pattern it has. It does have the microphone right there. So I have a feeling that there's just going to be fall off simply because the distance that I'm going to be from it, which is about normal, Further away you get from the microphone, the less noise that comes out. So yeah, this is what it sounds like as I move it around. All right, I'm now talking in the microphone, see what the polar pattern actually is. It should be omnidirectional, and as I spin it around, you should be able to hear me on all sides. It may fall off a little bit at the bottom because I'm simply moving the microphone a little bit farther away, but since this one's so small, I'm not doing that much to, maneuver it, so I shouldn't fall off as much. So let's go ahead and do a plosive test. So pop goes weasel, pippity pop, pop, seashells by the seashore. Pop goes weasel, pippity pop, seashells by the seashore. Alright, and I'm now going to do a pop test. So pop goes weasel, pippity pop, seashells by the seashore. Pop goes weasel, pippity pop, seashells by the seashore. Alright, let's see how well it does against background noise rejection. Of course, whenever you're talking about a wireless lavalier microphone, we're talking about omnidirectional polar patterns, so we're really seeing how much of the voice talent it is picking up and how much background noise it is able to cut off to see how sensitive it actually is. Is it going to pick up everything in the environment, or is it just going to pick up the subject that you are miking up? So I'm just going to tap on my keyboard here, do the old clicky and typey test. So let's just go ahead and go nuts on my keyboard here. I'm going to talk into the microphone. It is sitting on my lapel, probably about, I would say maybe a foot away. And yeah, this is what it sounds like as I talk into it. All right, and I'm going to do my clicky and typey test, see how much my voice versus how much the keyboard noise it picks up, see if it is any better than the transmitter's microphone itself. And now to simulate how well the dead wind cat does, I'm going to actually just blow right past the microphone, see how much of that wind noise it's going to reject. All right, now let's test the lavalier microphone's ability to reject wind noise. So I'm just going to blow right past it, see how well this windscreen does, and then I'll take it off and do the same. And without the dead wind cat. So what are my final thoughts and conclusions on this microphone? Honestly, I think that it is actually really good. I usually haven't used wireless microphone systems for a variety of reasons. I used to use them. I've gone back and forth on using them and not using them, of course. And the main reason why I've never really used them is because they always felt like a little bit of an inconvenience, because you still had a wire that was, you know, you had to tend to. You had to have a pack. These are much smaller than the usual ones, but you had a wire that come out and run up your shirt and go into the thing. This is why I like the transmitter microphone a lot better. For one thing, it has a higher SPL, which allows it to capture more loud noises. But I also like that it's fully wireless. You are able to talk directly into it. It sounds great. And you have no wires to contend with. You can move around, do whatever you want. It is a lot harder to hide, of course. And if you are looking at maybe miking a subject where the microphone isn't seen, your subject might have to wear a jacket or a shirt. You might have to put it in a shirt underneath it. However, I think that for most people who are maybe doing talking head videos like this, the transmitter itself will be awesome, because, you know, you can just clip it on and get to talking, and it's completely wireless. You don't have to worry about the cable getting tangled up or you accidentally ripping out the cable if you have it not wired up through your shirt. That being said, I do not think that the lavalier microphone that they do provide is in any way of bad quality. It's actually a pretty decent lavalier microphone. It has, you know, a frequency response that is pretty respectable. I think, me personally, for my use cases, I think the 35 hertz to 18 kilohertz is more than enough. It captures the full human voice, and not only that, it helps eliminate some of that room tone that you would usually get out of most microphones. I think that that's really good if you're trying to mic a subject that is going to be, you know, 50 feet away from you, that, you know, you're trying to see, you know, them. You're not trying to hear the room. I do like the USB-C. I love seeing USB-C. You guys already know that. Just seeing the technology being pushed forward instead of having, you know, batteries or something like that. Having a wireless, rechargeable wireless microphone kit is awesome to me. And the fact that it uses USB-C to charge is even more amazing, because, you know, phones are starting to use USB-C. So people are buying USB-C, including myself. So I have a bunch of these freaking cables everywhere, and I can plug it up and charge it if I ever need to. Not only that, my camera right here actually uses a USB-C in. Now, it's usually used for storage and that kind of stuff so that I can record to the camera. However, of course, my camera can also use CFast cards, and there's several cameras on the market that have multiple USB-C plugins. So if I ever needed to mic up a subject, you know, have a receiver and transmitter, I could siphon off the battery of the camera in order to charge it, which is really nice. You know, USB, that's why there's so many benefits to USB-C. We all need to just jump on it. I think one of the negatives is a negative that I have with every single lavalier microphone, and it's omnidirectional. Because those capsules are so small and so condensed, in order to get anything close to a usable sound, they have to have them omnidirectional. However, this comes at the cost of not having a ton of background noise rejection. So you are going to still get, if you have a train going by, something like that, it is still going to pick that up. It's still going to be loud, and it's going to have issues with your subject. In that case, you have to get the microphone closer. You have to make sure that your subject is able to speak loud enough to talk over the background noise. Otherwise, you're going to have to do ADR, all that kind of stuff. And my last major gripe, and this one's not really a big one, because I understand that wireless microphone systems, you know, they're meant to be paired with a camera, of course. I wish that this had 2-channel audio as opposed to mono. Whenever you hook up 2 of these guys to it, it comes out in a mono mix as opposed to a 2-channel stereo. This is something that I think would have been a very good idea if BOYA would have been able to implement it. Now, I'm not sure if they would have been able to implement it at a $250 price point. That's maybe something that's a little bit too much for that price point. I'm not really sure about the technology behind it, but it's just something that I wanted to point out. And like I said, it is still a minor gripe. I get that these are meant to be used with cameras, so. Alright guys, so I'm going to end that there. If you are interested, once again, it's $250. Link will be down in the description. So yeah, I will link their general website with this particular microphone so that you can look and see where you'll be able to find it at. But anyway guys, I want to thank everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more extra, subscribe. Check out some content I create, including links to see at the end of this video. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.